my friends. My name is Antonio, and you are welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. The only channel where every day I show you a property for sale in the beautiful Italy. In each video, I select a property in a different town in one of the 20 beautiful regions. But so, my friends, let's start and let me introduce you today's property. Now, in today's video, I bring you to Sicily region, so the one of the two beautiful islands of Italy, Sicily and Sardinia, and we are in Messina province. Now, Messina province is the province which is closer to the Calabria region, let's say the one that is bordering with Calabria, very close to Calabria region. We are in a small town called Mongiuffi Melia, but we are very close to the sea and very close to Taormina and the Naxos garden, I Giardini Naxos. So, my friends, we are talking about a detached house for sale in Via Tagliamento 12. So, I guess, anyway, is a townhouse. We are in this small town. Actually, let me say, Mongiuffi Melia is a small town, but very touristic, a tiny bit more than 500 inhabitants. So the asking price is 50,000 euro, and we are talking about not a small property because it's 125 square meters, 4 rooms, and 2 bathrooms. Okay, generally I focus on properties that are in good condition, no massive renovation works, and generally 2 bathrooms. These are the key points when I'm searching for properties for you to show you on my channel. But so let's start, my friends, and as usual, let's go on Google Maps to understand better where the property is. Now, I said we are in Sicily and we are in Messina province. As you see, Messina is the province which is bordering, which is close to Calabria region, as I just said. Anyway, we are on the Ionian coast, so this is the Ionian Sea. We are not very far anyway from Catania. Let's say that we are in the middle between Catania and Messina. So both of the cities are not very far. Now, Catania is one province, Messina is another province. We are also not very far from the Etna Park, okay, where there is this beautiful volcano. All right, I know many of you might be scared by that, but Etna is a kind of safe volcano simply because there is a big area which is not inhabited. And anyway, the property in this case is not very close. But anyway, we have Catania, we have Giarre, Acireale, Taormina. So we are very, very close to Taormina. I'd say maybe we are maximum 20 kilometers, so 20 minutes driving from Taormina, and also the Naxos Garden, Giardini Naxos, which is one of the most touristic destinations in Sicily. Okay, so let's zoom in. Basically, we are close to this town called Letojanni, which is on the sea, Fondaco Parrino, Sant'Alessio Siculo. So we have many, Mazzeo, so many beautiful seaside destinations. Then in Letojanni, we have railway, all right. And so I'd say that from Mongiuffi Melia to Letojanni should be maybe 10-15 minutes by car, no more than 15 minutes. Okay, let me introduce you here this little hamlet, this little municipality, which anyway, it has all we need, okay, simply because it's a touristic area. So basically you find grocery shops, bars, restaurant, butchers, and so on, post office, and much more. Okay, anyway, I selected the address via Tagliamento 12, and this is what the property it says it is. All right, my friends, now after we find out where the property is, we can go back to the property. And so, my friends, before I read the description, please put like and subscribe to my channel if you like this type of content. And I really want to thank all the people that are appreciating my efforts, anyway, that are appreciating my videos. But so let's start and let's read the property description, and then we'll dive into the pictures. Now, detached house on several levels in the village of Mongiuffi Melia. In the heart of Mongiuffi Melia, a small and characteristic village in the Messina hinterland, so we are in Messina province, we offer for sale a detached house of approximately 125 square meters. So I'd say quite big size, let's say quite medium size, let's say 1350 square feet. So which is bigger than the Italian average property, which is between 80 and 90 square meters. The average property in Italy is between 800 and 900 square feet, less than 1000. Now, the property is spread over multiple levels and features a practical and versatile layout, suitable both as a primary residence and as a tourist solution. Okay, then on the ground floor we find the entrance, a bedroom with balcony, a bathroom, and a kitchen. So this is all on the ground floor. So we have a bedroom, maybe because we are on the ground floor, could be used maybe as a living space, as a living area, with balcony, bathroom, and kitchen. Then going up to the first floor, you access a small living room and a second bedroom. So we are on the first floor, and at the moment we have two bedrooms, one on the ground and one on the first. And then we have an upper floor. So then we have the second floor, houses an additional kitchen. So basically we have two kitchens in the house, a living dining room, an extra. So it's like two separate units, all right, but they're not separate. It's all in one building. So we have an extra kitchen, a living dining room, a bathroom, and a small balcony, and small balconies that give brightness to the rooms. So basically, now let's say the house, okay, let me keep reading and then I will give you my consideration. The house, completely independent and free of condominium fees, is equipped with air conditioning. Now, the fact that is independent doesn't mean that it's free on four sides. In Italy, we already consider terraced houses independent. The property is nestled in a tranquil and authentic setting, nestled in the picturesque Peloritani Mountains, ideal for those who want to escape the hustle and bustle, surrounded by nature and typical views of Sicilian villages. Mongiuffi Melia still retains the charm of the local lifestyle, with its relaxed pace, picturesque views, and intimate atmosphere. Could be one of the reasons why I like this type of small town. At the same time, the sea and Letojanni are approximately 7 kilometers away, which is nothing, reachable in just 10 minutes by car, making the property particularly attractive as an investment for tourist rentals. All right, here anyway, 4 rooms, 2 bathrooms, 125 square meters built, 3 floors, individual heating with air conditioning heat pump. All right. Okay, let's go before the pictures. Let's check the price per square meter as usual. So 400 euro per square meter is the price of this property for a property that is not in need of renovation, or at least not in need of a massive renovation. But so let's go finally into the pictures. And now, so what do I want to say? Again, we have a house on 3 floors, and basically we have a kitchen, dining, living space on the ground floor, and then we have an extra kitchen, dining space on the second floor. Then we have a bathroom on the ground floor, and we have a bathroom on the second floor. Again, I said the property, it looks in a good condition, and maybe price even negotiable. Okay, my friends, so let's start and let's try to understand. The pictures are a bit particular for this advertising. You will see why. Anyway, so here we are on the ground floor because in the description it says that there is one bedroom on the ground floor. And so here we are in this bedroom, okay, with lovely tiles, lovely ceramic style tiles. All right. And let's keep investigating. Okay, now here, particular because they focus a lot on details in the pictures. Let's say more than showing the rooms and the beauty of the house, they focus more on the beauty of the details. But anyway, overall, here we see a decent sized bedroom. Then it says that there is a balcony on the bedroom, in the bedroom, and we see it through the mirror. Doing a bit of investigation here, we see that through the mirror we can see the balcony door, all right, with the AC, with the air conditioner on top. All right, here we have to inspect through the mirrors, like many times I do. Okay, here we are focusing on the details, so we need to understand the property through these details. Anyway, from here, by the mirror, again, I can say that is a medium-sized room, so not very small, nice and cozy bedroom. All right, in particular the floor tiles I like, and I don't see any sort of renovation apart the furniture. Anyway, some pieces of furniture are very ugly, I don't like. Some are nice. So for example, if they sell it furnished, I would keep some, I would get rid of other. Okay, here they like to focus again on the details. Through this detail, I can tell you already that the electrical system is not an outdated one. So it's a was kind of renovated not long time ago. I see by the plugs, by the socket here. Okay, let's keep moving. Another particular detail of the room, of the bedroom. Okay, my friends, so here we are in another bedroom. Here we are in the second bedroom, which it says that is on the first floor. All right. And again, here we have different type of floor tiles. We have marble tiles. So these were not cheap back in the days. Then we can see the switches on the right of the on the right hand side of the picture. We see that the switches are in a good condition, so the electrical system was upgraded not long time ago. Okay, here they like to show the details of a lamp. Okay, a little armchair, little chair, let's say, chest of drawer, but we can see, for example, the marble style tiles. Okay, let's keep going. Also, this room doesn't look very small. All right. Details, details. Okay, now let's start understanding. It says that the property has two bathrooms. All right. One bathroom is on the ground floor and one bathroom is on the second floor. Here we are in the bathroom on the ground floor, I guess. Anyway, I see again switches of the lights here, so I can tell you also the plugs are kind of new. So electrical system in a good condition, particular tiles. So let's see again another detail. Through the mirror, we can foresee the shower, the cubicle shower box through the mirror. All right. Okay, so they haven't showed more of the bathroom, but I guess let's go back. I guess the bathroom anyway is not in a very bad condition. Can always be upgraded. The bathroom is generally one of the first thing that have to be renovated. I would go for. Okay, let's go and let's move here. Now, let's try to understand the ground floor where there is a kitchen, dining area, and living space all in one open room. I see a wooden stove, all right. Then I also see the window frames don't look very old, all right. Anyway, the property was renovated, let's say no more than maybe maximum 20 years ago. So, which it keeps the property in a good shape and in a good condition. So here we see this rooster, all right, and we see the rooster again. Um, and then obviously we saw also the chimney of the wooden stove. And here we are in this kind of living space, all right, with lovely marble style tiles. Okay, so we can see that there was a renovation. I also see on the very top here the AC, the air conditioners that provides also heat during the wintry months. Luckily, in Sicily, wintry months don't last long. Okay, so obviously we have more rainy season and let's say humidity. That's what you have to deal. Not you don't really have to deal with severe cold. All you have to deal is with rain and let's say rain and humidity. Okay, here we have another view of the kitchen. All right, with this dining space, the dining table, and the little sofa here. So let's say I would make this space maybe just as a living area. Don't know because there are two kitchens. So interesting to understand how could this house could be shaped. Let's say obviously it's a good thing to have two kitchen, but might not be extremely necessary. So okay, now here more details, and I would focus all the electrical system again on the right hand side, on the left hand side of the picture. Here, beside this door, we see other switches in a good condition. Okay, here we have another view. The doors of the house are not the newest, but let's say are not the newest, but are not in a bad condition. I'm not really a fan of this type of handle, but typical handle. These I can see the doors were installed in the 70s, and anyway, because in good condition, they decided to keep it. All right, dining space with I'd say more dining area than living space. Okay, but as we see, here we are from the kitchen. The picture is taken from the kitchen. We have balconies and we have windows, so the house is bright enough. All right, again, another detail of the kitchen here, where probably we have the bathroom on the right. Just behind the rooster, there is a door. I'm guessing if it's a door to a veranda or the door of the bathroom. All right. Okay, my friends, then what else I can say? Okay, here we are doing the stairs which are leading to the first floor. We have already seen the two bedrooms, one on the ground and one on the first floor. Now, on the first floor, it says that there is a second living space. So we see an area that can be used as a living space. Okay, with the landing area from the stairs. Okay, so with a lovely balcony. I like the old style of the balcony frames, the balcony door frames. Obviously, they're not double glazed windows. Okay, that could be a bit an issue, but I like this old style, and simply because they are well kept. So it's a bit a weak point of this property, not to be double glazed windows. Obviously, to replace is not really one of the most expensive jobs. Or if not to replace, but to remodernize, maybe possible to keep the same frames, just changing the glass. Don't know if it's possible. Anyway, second living space, let's say, here. Then we already saw one of the two bedrooms, which is on the first floor. And now here we are leading from the first to the second floor. And here we see, they say that there is a second kitchen with dining living space, which is better than the kitchen on the ground floor. Now, it's a pity, a bit, that they have used the space on the ground floor. Generally, okay, it's not the best convenient thing to have a kitchen on the top floor, but for example, I like this modern kitchen. I like the way it's kept in a good condition. All right. So we have another entrance. All right. Okay. So the property is on multiple levels. So we might have entrances on two different levels. All right. Here we have the bathroom, which is not the newest, let's say. We have the boiler for the hot water, cubicle shower. Tiles are not, let's say, not the newest, but overall not in a bad condition. But I will change the toilet, maybe I will replace the sink. So these type of things. I saw the property went through a renovation anyway, no more than 20 years ago. Probably not 100% of the house, but okay. Now here they're showing pictures probably of the town. I think here we are in Latoianni, or I don't know. Here we could be in the town where the property is. Yes, we have beautiful area, beautiful hills, very, let's say, productive from the agricultural point of view. So fresh fruit and veg, farmers. Okay, here they're showing details of the town. And here they show also the sea view, but I guess this is the sea view not from the property, but the sea view from the town. All right. So we can see that the town is only 7, maximum 10 kilometers, as they said in the description. All right, my friends. Now, what else? Let's go back to Google Maps and let's understand the distances. Now, here I won't focus much on the transportation. All right. On the transports, I will just focus on the distances by car. So now let's start. Let's see how far we are from this town called Letojanni, which it looks like the nearest biggest town. Now it says 8.4 kilometers, 17 minutes. All right. Then maybe we might reach Letojanni. Here it shows anyway that we need to drive up and down, probably to across the railway, because anyway, here we have the railway in Letojanni. We have the motorway, which is leading from Messina to Catania and probably then to Syracuse. Okay, so we are 17 minutes, 17 minutes by car. Now it says by transport 2 hours. Okay. All right, probably there is a bus that goes from the town down to Taormina and Giardini Naxos. That's what I see. Okay, so let's see now how far we are from Taormina. Taormina, beautiful Taormina. So we reached Taormina in 1 hour and a half by transport and 29 minutes 29 minutes by car. Okay, so it says 15 kilometers. All right. Anyway, we reached the seaside in less than 20 minutes with beautiful beaches. Okay, simply we have beautiful beaches in this area, beautiful seaside, spiaggia di Mazzeo. Okay, very touristic area. Okay, Taormina in half an hour. Then we have the archaeological site of Naxos Gardens. So this is part of the Greek colonization before the Roman Empire. Now let's focus on how far we are from Messina, and then we also gonna check how far we are from Catania. Now we reach Messina in 56 minutes. Okay, the faster route, um, which has tolls. Anyway, the motorways in Italy have tolls. All right, and then let's focus on Catania. Catania, how far we are from Catania? 1 hour and 2 minutes. The same. The route has tolls. Then anyway, we drive through Giarre, Acireale, Acitezza, Catania. For me, this is one of the best area in Sicily. Let's say from Roccalumera down to Acitrezza. If we are close to the sea, I think these are really beautiful destination. But anyway, Sicily is all beautiful. Milazzo, Patti, Capo d'Orlando, Cefalù. So anyway, for me, okay, obviously on the seaside, the towns on the seaside, but then if we go inside, like Piazza Armerina or many other towns, prices can even be lower. It depends what we like, what we love. Okay, my friends, so let's do a bit of Google Street View now to understand, just before I close the video, to understand. Okay, so basically we have few turns here in the street to reach Mongiuffi Melia. So the street, anyway, it's straight from here. I'm just trying now to investigate a bit the area. But anyway, we have Letoianni here. Restaurants. Okay, let's go back to Mongiuffi Melia. So we have, what do we have here? Snack Bar 2000, Bar La Pergola. So we have post office. For sure we have a butcher. We have for sure grocery shops. Let's try now to understand, to try to go as closer as possible to where it shows the property is. Let's go here in Via Vittorio Veneto. Okay. I don't think we can go through the narrow streets. All right, so we are in a beautiful area. Here we have a bar, which is also gelateria, and is also probably, they also do pizza, so possible to eat as well. Okay, here we have the main church. Here we have gelati e granite artigianali. So we have artisanal ice creams and granite. Granite are these desserts made with ice, like sorbetto. Okay, here we have a grocery shop. Here we have streets, few steps. Not many steps in this town, I have to say. Here we have the council, municipio. All right. Just to give you an idea of this small town, Mongiuffi Melia, which it says 500 inhabitants. It looks like a very interesting small town. I like it. In particular, when I see lovely weather here, Here you have a very long summer from April till the end of October is practically summer, then from November till March. Anyway, temperatures drop. Okay, let's see what else we can see about this town. Lovely houses around. This is just a private garage, maybe someone who is doing little works. Okay. Artigiani, we call. And here we are already out from the town. Okay. So where do we go here? Okay, my friends. So this is it from Mongiuffi Melia. Anyway, only a few kilometers. Let's go back here like this. Only a few kilometers from the seaside. All right. Let's have a look here. I see a football pitch. Chiesa. Let's do also post office, B&B. Let's just try to understand. I think it's a lovely town. Nice. Okay, from here we have the sea view. Probably from the property we have sea view, because the property should be on the right of the town with the view, probably facing the seaside. Okay. Here we have, typical carretto siciliano, typical chariot, Sicilian chariot. Here we have another church. So, a lot of traditions in this area for people who are searching for tradition. Sicily is the right place. Okay, we have a lovely belvedere from here. Interesting. All right, so I don't know, there is an information point. We have a petrol station. We probably have another bar here. So we have local bars where it's also possible to eat. Okay, my friends. So from Mongiuffi Melia, Messina Province, from this lovely property here, 50,000 euro, no big renovation works, actually I'd say nearly nothing, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, many rooms, 2 kitchens, let's say. All right, my friends, I wish you a lovely day. Oh, from here we can see the seaside, for example. Okay, my friends, I wish you a lovely day. And again, put like and subscribe if you like this type of contents. And again, I want to thank personally all the people who are appreciating my efforts and my works. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you tomorrow for another property for sale on Italy, a place to love. Bye.